Spontaneous human combustion. The enigmatic phenomenon of spontaneous human combustion, SHC, has puzzled scientists, investigators, and the general public for decades. These are rare but extremely dramatic cases where the human body, without visible external sources of ignition, burns to ashes or partially, leaving behind only ashes and individual fragments, while surrounding objects remain practically untouched. Two such incidents that occurred in the 20th century vividly illustrate this eerie and inexplicable anomaly. Mary Hardy Reeser, the mystery of the Florida armchair. In the 1970s, the shocking news from Florida spread around the world. Newspapers reported the tragic death of Mary Hardy Reeser. She was said to be sitting in an armchair in her own home when her body suddenly and inexplicably burst into flames. What was found at the scene was truly horrifying. On the charred springs of the armchair, which seemed to be the epicenter of the incredible tragedy, lay only a few charred bones, a skull, and one foot, surprisingly still wearing a slipper. The most striking aspect of this story was that the fire that destroyed Mary Reeser's body did not spread to the surrounding environment, which remained relatively untouched. Moreover, the flames apparently extinguished themselves spontaneously. If this story were merely a journalistic hoax, it could be dismissed as a sensationalist stunt. However, in addition to numerous press publications, information about this incident was recorded in the archives of rescue services, giving it a sinister credibility and forcing one to ponder the nature of the inexplicable. Georg Motz, the fireman who burned without fire. A decade later, in the 1980s, another equally mysterious event occurred, once again baffling experts. The victim of SHC was a fireman named Georg Motz. He too was found almost completely burned in his apartment. The details of this case were as spectral as in Mary Reeser's story. Despite the total destruction of the body, no visible sources of fire were found in the apartment. The official report stated, only a foot, a skull, and remnants of ribs remained of him. And again, as in Mary Reeser's case, the fire that consumed Georg Motz mysteriously subsided as suddenly as it appeared, leaving behind only ashes, fragments of flesh, and a host of unanswered questions. The unsolved mystery of SHC. These and other similar cases of SHC continue to spark debate. Some scientists and experts try to find rational explanations, suggesting that the cause may be the wick effect, where a person's clothing, saturated with flammable substances such as alcohol or fat, acts as a wick, slowly burning the body, internal chemical reactions of the body, or even hidden sources of ignition that go unnoticed. Nevertheless, none of these theories can fully explain all aspects of the SHC phenomenon. The selective destruction, why only the body burns, while surrounding objects remain intact. The complete absence of external sources of fire, and such a high combustion temperature capable of turning bones into ashes. The cases of Mary Reeser and Georg Motz remain chilling reminders that there are phenomena in the world that lie beyond our current scientific understanding, defying logic and leaving behind only ashes and eternal questions.